Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to some more Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars Reforged. Welcome back. I apologize now for this series being on hiatus for nearly 3 months. I do apologize about that. With a lot of things going on last year and me just not really being in the mood to record. That's kind of why all of this has happened. But I am coming back. I do want to finish this game because it is one of my favorite games of all time, in my opinion. One of the best point-and-click adventure games out there. And I want to finish it. I want to have a full playthrough of this on the channel. I've heard sprinkles that they are, or Revolution are going to do a reforged version of Broken Sword 2, which I really hope so, because I love Broken Sword 2. I can't really decide which Broken Sword game I love more, this one or the second one. I think they're both equally as good. So it's kind of hard to narrow it down because I love both. But I really hope they do do a reforged version of the second game, because that would be a ton of fun. But for right now, we are about to head over to the costume shop. That's where we're going. We just left Nico's house. We're going over to the costume shop because there's some info. We got some info about the material or the jacket that the killer was wearing, and from which shop it came from. So we're going to go and do that now. We're going to head straight over there. And yeah, we got some cool sections coming up, which I'm really excited about. I will apologize now if I cough, clear my throat at some point. But I have, annoyingly, I came back to YouTube. My last video I did was the Uncharted video. Did that video. The next day I got sick. And I've been sick for the last 3 or 4 days. And it's been horrible. I think I'm getting over it. It's kind of just lingering now. It's still there, but I'm pretty sure it's kind of going. So that's why I'm recording this today. So hopefully we don't run in, you know, hopefully I am getting better. So, right. Yeah, I think it's this. L'Arrêt du Mont. So we're going to go to this first. Ooh. Oh, yeah, I remember this place. And again, it's so cool to just see all the detail that you might have missed from playing the original, you know? Just taking in the art. Oh god, I've got hiccups. I just devoured a dirty-ass pizza, so now I've got the hiccups as well. Why is there a turd on the floor? I don't remember this. Novelty poop. Are we sure it's a novelty?
It was a disgustingly realistic plastic novelty. Like one I'd left on the teacher's desk at school. Boy,
nice.
That caused so much of a stink you'd have thought it was a real one.
See what you did there, George?
As my fingers closed on the plastic novelty, I realized my mistake.
It was real?
It was a novelty, all right. But it wasn't plastic.
Ugh! My guy, someone's took a doo-doo on your shop floor. And he's just standing there like, yes. Never mind. Doesn't matter. Costume, huh?
She reminded me of a girl I dated back in high school. Come to think of it, the dummy had more personality.
Wow, George. Bury her, why don't you?
As I was about to touch the dummy, I realized it had the same color eyes as Nico. The strange thing was, I hadn't realized I'd noticed the color of Nico's eyes.
Sweet.
The dummy wore a traditional Puro costume. At least, I guess it was a dummy.
Yeah, let's hope so.
I gave the dummy Puro a tentative prod, but it didn't move.
Oh, thank God. Thank God it didn't move. Yeah, this is such a cool little shop. Oh my God, that reminds me, this monkey here. This just reminds me of, oh, what was it? Little Nightmares. There was like monkey toys that you could pick up and throw with the symbols in Little Nightmares. That's what that reminds me of. Could we have a... Yeah, the antique.
It was an antique phonograph, the kind you have to wind by hand.
Proper old school. Like so. Oh my God, that audio! Bam, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Da, 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 da. Oh, I like these. What are these called? If anybody knows, there's a specific name for these masks, right? I think they're so cool. If anybody knows, let me know. Well, I think we've exhausted as much as we can in the shop. Anyhow, so let's talk to our friend, the consumer.
The guy's spoon-shaped face was mournful and humorless. He looked like a vegetarian in a slaughterhouse.
Jesus.
Excuse me.
Bonjour, monsieur. Please, come in. Welcome. Leave the mundane world behind, but in these four walls, fantasy is king.
I don't want a costume.
Didn't you ever dress up when you were a child?
I
Not
did.
that I remember.
Incredible. You'll be telling me next that you never shared your elder sister's lingerie.
I don't have a sister.
That's
and
weird.
I think I'd look pretty silly in a brassiere. I just need some information.
Of course. How can I help you?
I need some info.
Have you heard of a man named Plantile?
I do not recall anyone of that name.
Okay. Good start.
I'm looking for a man who hired a clown costume from you.
Oui, monsieur. I do not see how I can help.
Don't you keep a record of costumes that you've rented out?
Of course, monsieur, but...
Well, then I'd like to check your records. Give me the names of everyone who's rented a clown suit.
Impossible. There are too many.
Impossible. I mean, yeah.
The clown I'm looking for is a cold-blooded killer. Give me his name, and I'll see he's brought to justice.
I'd help you if I could, but you can't expect me to remember all my customers. You see, the clown costume is our most popular line, monsieur. On average, we hire out more than 30 clown suits a week. You'll have to give me more to go by. A description, perhaps?
Oh, I can give you a description. Let's see what he says about this, though.
How come clowns are so popular?
I think it has something to do with their unpredictable nature.
Personally, I think clowns should be banned, along with mimes.
Oh, come now. Who doesn't love clowns?
Me, for one.
And he's got a damn good reason not to like them. Okay.
What does this tool mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur.
I mean, figures. Figures.
Do you want this red nose back?
Not after it's been worn, thank you.
Do you want this red nose back?
Oh,
Not after it's been worn, thank
pay
you.
attention, Jay, you sausage.
Does this dirty tissue mean anything to you?
There you go, sniff that.
Let me
Oh, he is.
smell that.
I was just joking. I forgot he does.
Bestheimer's number 7 white pancake.
Theatrical grease paint, right?
Oui, monsieur.
Ah.
La crème de la crème of Thespian accoutrement.
Have you sold any of it recently?
Yes, 2 cans.
Okay. Now's the big one. Do you recognize this man?
Do you recognize this man?
Ah oui, he was here this morning.
There we go. That's what we
He
wanted.
chose 2 costumes. Bozo the clown and Seamus the pixie.
A pixie?
Very smart. Green silk with a taffeta lining. He gave me his name as Monsieur Khan.
There we go. Can we ask about this again?
Are you sure this is the same man who hired the clown suit?
Certainement, Monsieur Khan.
There we go. I think we have all the info we need for right now for this guy.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
My pleasure, monsieur. Allow me to shake you by the hand.
Huh? Well, okay.
Yep.
What are you trying to do, kill me?
You did not find it amusing?
I
I
did.
never saw the funny side of electroshock therapy.
Eh bien, it is yours to keep.
Yeah.
Do I need a license?
No, but I give you a word of warning, monsieur.
What?
Remember to switch it off before you visit the toilet.
Noted. Because that could end up in tragedy. So yeah, we've got the electroshock buzzer, which actually the art for it is different. I believe in the original it was like the art for it was like two hands together like that, and then like lightning bolts through the middle. But yeah, cool. A hand buzzer.
It was the shake and shock buzzer I'd been given by the man in the costume shop.
So we can pull some pranks ourselves now, which is pretty cool. Right, so we've got the name. We know kind of who we're trying to find. So what we can do now is go back to Nico's, which I think is what we're going to do. And we can call up our good mate Todrick again. Because now we have a name for him. So hopefully he's going to be able to give us the info we need. Yeah, unfortunately, this is the only time you can come to the costume shop. You can't ever come back here, so it was fun while it lasted. But yeah, let's head on over to Nico's. No, that's not Nico's. What am I doing? Bye. Oh, actually, have we spoken to... Because he's back. Yeah, have we spoken to him since he's come back? I don't think so.
Hi.
You're the guy who gave me the tip, aren't you?
Huh?
The racehorse, Salah-ed-Din.
Oh. Yeah, but...
I put every franc I had on that horse.
Did you lose?
Listen,
My lifetime savings, next month's rent, everything.
Oh, God.
She won by
Oh.
3 lengths. I'm a rich man.
Call me Lucky George, the punter's friend. So how come you're still here?
I'm not going to let my newfound wealth change me, not one bit. I bought this hole, fittings and all. Now I can come and go as I please. No more clocking on or completion schedules. No foreman breathing down my neck. Thanks to you, I've found paradise.
I'm getting a mushy feeling in my chest. But not half as mushy as your head.
What do you want now?
Oh, okay, we're going to ask him.
Did you see an old guy with a briefcase?
Wait, silly old coot. Do you know what he said to me? Work fascinates me, he says. I could watch it all day. Quel bit. I could have knocked his block off.
Oh, this is just the same stuff he said at the beginning, so we're not going to talk to
I
him.
gotta go.
Don't let me keep you.
I was just intrigued to come back and see that he was here. Right, okay. Yeah, so let's head back to Nico's and call Todrick. The sausage. Right, this is Nico's. Now I remember. Let's head on in. Hi, Nico. It's been about 10,000 years.
Salut, George. What news?
I've been to the costume shop.
Yes, we have.
Yeah, I like it. What are you supposed to be?
I didn't hire a costume. These are my clothes and you know it.
Did you ask about the clown?
Yeah. He used the name Khan. He hired 2 costumes, the clown and a pixie.
Then we're one jump ahead of him.
How do you make that out?
He probably plans to use the pixie suit next time he kills.
Yeah.
Oh, God, don't let it be me. I don't deserve to die at the hands of a pixie.
Don't be silly, George. That won't happen.
Oh, no?
No, because every time you see a pixie, you're going to run like hell.
What if he sneaks up on you? You wouldn't know he was there. Can't run away then. I mean, you can try. But yeah, I just love being back in Nico's apartment. Like, Nico's apartment to me is like home. Like, it just feels like home every time we come back here. It just feels like the safe room, you know? I know this isn't that kind of game, but just being in Nico's apartment just feels like the safe room. I love it here. Yeah, so let's call Todrick.
May I use your telephone?
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks.
Hello. There he is.
Hello? Who is this? Hi. My name's George Stobbart. you don't know me.
Correct, Mr. Stobbart. I don't. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm trying to trace one of your customers. Could I maybe come over and talk to you?
No. No, that's not possible.
Oh, okay. Forget it. Listen, all I want is a name.
What are you talking about? Who are you working for?
I guess you might say I'm acting in the interests of truth and justice.
Ah, thank God. I thought you were the police.
There are innocent lives at stake, Mr. Todrick. Lives that you could save.
You're collecting for charity, yes?
No, I'm not. All I want from you is information.
Go on. I'm listening.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll come clean with you guys. While I've been off, while I've been away from this game, I have played this in my own time and finished it. And basically, when you finish the game, it opens up a chapter selection, which you can go through. So I obviously had to use the chapter selection to get back to this point. But for some reason, it brings you to a certain point, but now all the same conversations that we've already had still pop up. So it's a very bizarre way of doing it. I don't know why it wouldn't just update as you go into the next chapter. So yeah, until we sort of like move on to a different area, the same conversations seem to be popping up. So, but we've already got the name, so it doesn't matter. And again, it's not like I'm playing this blind. I've played this game many, many times. So, we know the name. So,
The man I'm looking for is called
there we go.
Khan. He bought a suit from you, remember?
Mr. Khan. Yes, I remember him. Yes, I delivered the suit to his hotel. The Hotel Ubu. I don't remember the room number. It was upstairs. The second room on the right-hand side of the corridor.
Thanks, Todrick. That's all I wanted to know. Now I've got you, Mr. Clown.
There we go.
Now we're getting somewhere. Do you know the Hotel Ubu?
The Ubu? Yes, I do.
That's where the clown stayed.
Good work, George.
Damn right. Yeah, so I'm not going to bother asking Nico about all this stuff because it's probably just going to give us dialogue that she's already said in the previous episodes. But we will ask her about this.
The guy at the novelty shop gave me this.
What is it?
A hand buzzer. You put it in your hand and give people electric shocks.
Why?
It's a gag. A practical joke.
If you ever use it on me, I'll break your arm.
Okay. I get the picture.
All right, so we know where we're going.
See you later.
Where are you going now?
I could go hang out at the Hotel Ubu.
Watch out for Khan, George.
Don't worry, I will.
The way George puts it, I'm just going to go hang out at the Hotel Ubu. Sounds like a teenager. I'm just going to go hang out. Cause trouble. Yeah, Hotel Ubu, another one of my favourite locations. Not my absolute favourite, but one of. So let's head on over. This should be a fun section to play through. There it is, the Hotel Ubu. Ah, yep. Reserve a hotel. What's this say?
The sign listed the price of rooms, and boy, were they expensive. The killer must have been earning a fat wad to pay for accommodation like this.
Fat wad. Oh, did George just, shrug his shoulders?
The man looked like an amiable Bigfoot.
What about this guy?
The guy looked just like a weasel.
I figured you'd say that.
Excuse me? Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you happen to know a guy named Khan?
That ain't nobody I know.
I'm sorry to be a burden on your brain.
Got him.
You ever meet a guy called Plantow?
No, I ain't.
You missed your chance. If you're quick, you'll catch him at the coroner's.
Bad joke, George. Bad joke.
Have you seen a guy dressed as a clown?
No, I ain't. Don't tell me I missed him. Oh, that's too bad. I love the clowns, don't you?
I've seen daytime television that was funnier.
I love it when the little guys get hyped.
That figures.
Custard pies, hose pipe down the pants, then smack! A plank in the kisser.
A blanket to kiss her. I suppose I could ask him about this stuff.
What do these... Oh, never mind. Have you ever seen this clown's nose before?
Nope.
Nope.
Do you recognize this tissue? Think carefully now.
Ooh, ooh, ooh,
I'm gonna have to hurry you.
ooh.
Time's up, so I'll tell you. It's a used tissue with a liberal dump of Bestheimer's number 12.
If you say so.
He has no idea what you just said, George.
Do you recognize the guy in this photograph?
Is this a trick question?
No, I simply asked if you recognized him.
Okay then. Nope, I don't.
Shakes hands, bud.
Shake my hand.
Nah.
Oh, rats.
Okay. Well,
See you later.
Not if you see me first.
God, man, these guys.
Excuse me.
We'll learn their names eventually.
Yes?
Yes.
Have you heard of a guy called Plantar?
No, that name means nothing to me.
Okay.
I'm looking for a clown.
Are you trying to be funny?
No, I really am looking for a clown.
There are no clowns here except you.
Wow, harsh. Come on now, guy.
Do you know a man by the name of Khan?
No, I don't.
It's very important I get to see him, and
I told you. I don't know it.
All right. Keep your cigarette on. That makes no sense. Right, let's...
what does this tool suggest to you?
Hard labor.
Have you ever seen this clown's nose before?
No.
Okay. Full of
What does
information.
this tissue mean to you?
Are you serious?
Oh, yes. Take a good look at the substance it's smeared with.
You are sick. Very sick.
Yes, I am. I could do with that tissue, please, George.
Do you recognize the guy in this photograph?
No, I never saw it.
Okay.
Will you shake my hand?
Are you joking? Who knows where it has been?
Okay, well...
Forget it.
Yeah, you friendly bunch round here. Let's go take a look around the back. Around the back? Okay. So, yeah, it looks like there's not really much happening around here. But there will be. This place is going to come in very handy for a bit later. So why don't we head on in to the Hotel Ubu? See a man reading a newspaper. And I think we're about to... You know, I said at the beginning of this, I have some favourite secondary characters in this game. We're about to meet one of them. And it's this lady playing the piano. She is great. Ooh.
The figure of a sexless youth was frozen in mid-skip with a silly grin on its stone lips.
Just, Right, so we've got a telephone here if we need it. You know, if we need to call Nico, give us some info. We're going to talk to this guy first.
I recognized the guy. It was the Nobel Prize winner from the country whose name I couldn't pronounce.
Yeah, so if you remember back to part 1, George, when he picked up the newspaper, read about the Nobel Prize winner from, I think he said from some unpronounceable Eastern European state. And this is the guy. So we'll still have a chat with him.
Excuse me, didn't I see your picture in the news?
He said newspaper.
You're that Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state.
Yes, that is me, in person.
I don't want to worry you, but have you had any threats on your life? You know, mysterious phone calls, letters made up of headlines cut from the newspaper.
I don't know what you're talking about.
See, I had a comment actually on my last video that we did of this, part 2. And I didn't actually know this at the time, but I have since known about it. But you can actually go back to the old graphics with just a click of a button. And it's super cool. So let's see what Broken Sword used to look like back on the PC/PS1 era, shall we? In 3, 2, 1. Ugh. Oh. Well, that was dramatic. I can't do it while I'm... Okay, hang on a minute.
Thanks for your help.
Sorry, I didn't know you couldn't do it while you're having a conversation. Well, let's try that again, because, you know, that was ruined. In 3, 2, 1. Why is this not working? Or am I just pressing the wrong button? How do you do it? Oh, I know what it is. All right, okay, let's try this again. Third time lucky, shall we? 3, 2, 1, and... Yeah, there we go. You have to click in the right stick. But yeah, look, this is what Broken Sword used to look like. Now, if I was to guess, this is probably more on the lines of the PlayStation version, because the PC version was a little bit sharper than this. So yeah, if I was to guess, this is probably the PlayStation version, graphically, anyway. But yeah. So I think we'll use this from time to time, just to go back and kind of remind ourselves how Broken Sword used to look. But it's very, very cool. Wow, look, just look at the difference, though. That's crazy. Like, obviously some of this has been redrawn. Yeah, because if you look out the window at the top of the stairs, there's no like, you can't see out of it until this. So it's very, very well done. They've done such a great job, which makes me more excited if they do decide to go with Broken Sword 2 Reforged, because that'd be amazing. But anyway, let's get back to this and talk to Professor.
Hello again.
Okay.
Have you seen a clown?
I beg your pardon?
The clown. A guy in funny pants. Have you seen him?
My pants are from England.
Same.
Marks and Spencer.
Yeah!
They are a pleasure and a comfort to wear, with much support.
I'm real glad to hear that. You know, it's good to know you Nobel Prize winners are human too.
In my country, the people make do with string and egg cartoons.
For pants?
For everything. Oppression is the mother of ingenuity.
I love the references. My pets are from England. Marks and Spencer. Okay, let's ask him about some of this stuff.
Have you any idea what this tool might be used for?
I cannot guess.
Would it mean anything if I told you it was for lifting drain covers?
Such technology fills me with wonder.
There we go. Clown's nose?
What does this clown's nose suggest to you?
In my country, we have no use for clowns.
I'm glad to hear it.
They were dealt with most severely in the last cultural cleansing.
What about the mimes? Did you get them too?
All gone. Our streets are mime-free.
Sounds like heaven.
Yeah, you don't really see many mimes around anymore, do you? Used to be a big thing.
Does this goo-smeared tissue mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Do you recognize this man? He calls himself Khan.
Yes, I know this man.
Oh.
Why do you carry his photograph?
I'm a private detective.
I feel bad because this guy seems cool, but...
May I shake you by the hand?
I do not shake the hands of imperialist dogs.
Now, that's a real bad
Wow.
attitude problem you've got there.
Thanks, bud. Excuse me. Yeah, so I'll break it to you guys now. I'm not going to say who, but the majority of people that you ask to shake their hands, they're not going to do it. There is, I think, I might even be wrong here. I think there's literally 2 people in the entire game that you can get with this trick? I think it's 2. But majority of the time, people are going to be like, no, I'm not shaking your hand. Yeah, it is 2. It is 2. I've just remembered. I'm not going to say who they are. We're going to leave it as a surprise if you don't know. But yeah.
What's your interest in Khan?
He is an enemy of my people.
You know he's a killer.
Of course, amongst other things.
Okay.
Would you help me investigate Khan?
That is not possible. My instructions are to observe. I cannot jeopardize my position as an honored guest of this country's government.
Ah, so he's kind of like undercover. Very cool. Okay.
Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
We'll catch you around, sir. We're not going to talk to her yet. I guess we could,
It was a magnificent old Steinway piano.
What did the piano used to look like? Okay, so it's not too different, I guess. Just a bit more lit up. Yeah, we're going to go talk to the clerk. Literally clerk.
The clerk wore a disdainful expression, like he'd been born with it. It was the register of guests staying at the hotel.
Right, let's have a chat with him.
I want some information.
Who are you? The police?
I'm conducting a private investigation.
Ah, I know only too well what you mean. That is one of the drawbacks of the catering business. When people book into an hotel, they leave their morals at home, no?
This guy. Okay.
Do you have a guest by the name of Khan?
No, monsieur. Perhaps you would care to check the register.
He would let you do that, surely. That'd be like private confidentiality. Surely.
The man who calls himself Khan has a scar on his left cheek.
Vraiment? I tell you, I do not know a man named Khan.
Maybe not, but I'd noticed a change in his expression when I mentioned the scar.
Ah.
I'm looking for a man who dresses like a clown.
This is a highly respectable hotel, monsieur. There are no clowns here.
If you say so.
Okay. Maybe not yet.
What do you make of this tool?
Stunning, monsieur. I bet you handle it like a professional.
Whew. It's getting hot in here. Calm down, buddy.
Do you recognize this red nose?
No, monsieur.
Okay.
What do you make of this tissue?
Do you wish me to dispose of it for you, monsieur?
Hey, no! It could be useful. I'm holding on to this.
As you wish, monsieur.
If you know...
Perhaps you would like a little plastic baggie to keep it in?
Nah, it's fine the way it is.
If we know anything about George, doesn't matter what it is, he ain't throwing shit away. Like, that plastic poop, he'd probably carry that around with him if he had the chance. Okay.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Yes, monsieur. That man is one of our guests.
Okay.
What name?
I cannot tell you that.
Well, that makes no sense. You just said that we could look through the register if we wanted to, but you can't tell us his name. I suppose you can't tell us his name directly, and that makes sense. Huh.
Hey, shake my hand.
I'd rather not, monsieur. I'm still sore from the shock administered by one of the guests. He was secretly concealing an electrical device in the palm of his hand. Practical jokes are so puerile, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Somebody already got him.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
Okay. There's a key. I see a key up there.
Hanging from a brass hook was a key and a plastic tag.
Yeah, I doubt we're going to be able to grab that while he stood there. So, there's only one person left to talk to. And she might be the best person ever.
Hi there, ma'am.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a man.
You disappoint me, my dear. For one foolish moment, I thought. But never mind. Aren't you going to tell me your name?
George Stobbart, ma'am.
How sweet! I once had a stable boy called George. I am Lady Piermont. The common reaction is to kneel and stutter, but it's not obligatory.
A real lady? I mean, you're an honest-to-God aristocrat?
Oh, I don't know about that. Few of my ancestors are honest, not even to God. I can trace my family back to the Normans, but don't let that intimidate you, George. Beneath that impressive pedigree, I'm just flesh and blood. The blood may be blue, but the flesh is the plump beef of old England, so to speak. You appear distracted, George. Is there any way I can help you?
Yeah, and make it better she's English, which is great. I love it. Okay, well, we'll go in order.
I'm looking for a murderer.
Good heavens! You're a private detective.
Jesus.
That's correct, ma'am.
What's the term you Americans use? It's on the tip of my tongue.
I believe what you're thinking of is Dick.
Precisely.
Dick.
Have you come across a man who calls himself Khan?
I am familiar with only one person named Khan.
Genghis Khan, the legendary
gonna say.
Mongol barbarian chieftain?
No, darling. Kevin.
Kevin Khan? I never heard of him.
I'd be most surprised if you had, darling. He's a pharmacist in Hemel Hempstead. Organizes fundraising for the Rotarians. Lovely man.
Does he have a scar on his cheek?
I really wouldn't know, sweetie.
Did you know there's a gangster out front?
What makes you think he's a gangster?
The Italian suit and the bulge in his pocket?
I know plenty of men with Italian suits and bulges in their pockets.
Okay.
That doesn't necessarily make them gangsters.
She's hilarious.
Would you distract the clerk while I borrow a key?
Are you asking me to aid you in a criminal act, darling?
I guess I am.
Good heavens, I must be dreaming.
I don't think so, ma'am.
Now tell me, why do you want to get into that room?
I'm a detective. We do these things.
Now you're being ridiculous. If you can't supply me with a plausible explanation, I'm not interested.
I mean, there's a fair point. George, you're not really giving her much to go on, you know? You just look like a mental man at the moment.
Are you here in Paris on vacation?
No, darling, I'm on holiday. I needed to
Same
get
thing.
away after Algy's funeral.
I didn't realize you were mourning the loss of a loved one.
I'm not. He was my husband.
I like her.
I'm sorry to hear about your husband's death.
You wouldn't be if you knew him, my dear. It gave me the opportunity to take a well-deserved holiday. Daphne suggested a change of scenery. Paris, she said. The wild romance is just what you need to take your mind off the inquest. Well, the closest I came to romance was being wooed by a drunken Breton chef. I must say I was disappointed with his coq au vin. Not at all what I was expecting. I was thinking of cutting my holiday short, packing my bags and heading back to Hemel Hempstead. That was until last night.
Oh? What'd you get up to last night? Also, when she said cock of van, I just had the in-betweeners in my head. I was just like, I'm going to shout out, cock of what? Oh.
What happened to you last night?
I was stricken, Mr. Stobbart. Cupid's arrow has cleft my bosom.
They couldn't really miss.
It was just as I'd always imagined it should be. The intimacy of candlelight, romantic music tinkling across the room.
Tinkling.
And then, a stranger's glance. Those brooding eyes, that suave manner, those tight trousers.
Ooh.
He was the man I'd been waiting for all my life.
I'm glad he finally turned up after all these years.
Ah, but it wasn't to be. He was merely toying with my affections. And if I ever catch up with him, he's dead.
Alright, okay.
Who was the guy who led you on?
His name is Merlin.
Okay. Let's start asking about this
Can
stuff.
you think of any use for this tool, ma'am?
Oh, I can think of someone I'd like to use it on.
Merlin.
Do you know what this is?
At a guess, I'd say it was a clown's nose.
That's right. It was worn as a disguise by a vicious killer.
Good heavens, are you trying to alarm me?
It's true. He uses the name Khan.
He does.
Does this tissue mean anything to you?
Good God, no.
I just thought the smell might be familiar.
Please, darling, put it away. I'm no shrinking violet, but that object makes me feel quite queasy.
Sorry. It's not me, it's George.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
My God, it's him. That's Merlin.
She represented everything I loved about the English. The lady was totally deranged. Merlin? You mean King Arthur's wizard?
Good heavens, no. Monsieur Merlin is a fellow guest. He's the man I've been telling you about. That's the man who spurned me.
Oh. So he's going under another different name now. I mean...
Would you like to shake my hand, ma'am?
Now, George, there's no need to be so formal. We met as tourists, and I want to keep it that way, despite the enormous social gulf between us.
Right, okay, so yeah. So he's going under a different name.
The man you know as Merlin is a fake.
Yep.
What do you mean, sweetie?
He's a murderer. He also uses the name Khan.
I am shocked, Mr. Stobbart. Shaken. I took him to be a gentleman, a man of honor. You know, I'd rather like to assist you in stitching him up.
Yeah.
When did you last see Merlin?
It was no more than an hour ago.
Oh.
He came downstairs and spoke to that clerk chappie. Something passed hands. I couldn't see what exactly.
A briefcase?
No, smaller than that. A bundle of papers, perhaps.
Uh-huh.
The clerk put it in the hotel safe and Merlin went out.
Okay.
Are you sure you saw Merlin putting documents in the safe?
Yes, darling, positive.
I wonder what they were.
Obviously something of great importance.
Yeah. I'd sure like to get my hands on whatever it is. Has Merlin returned to the hotel?
No, he hasn't. Are you going to search his room?
If I could get in there, I would.
And that's why you want the key?
Yes, ma'am.
I shouldn't think my feminine charms would be much use in this case. But a good dose of English arrogance might do the trick.
Oh, absolutely. There's always time for some quick English arrogance. And she's about to prove that right now.
I say! You there? Flunky!
Flunky.
Oui, madame.
Listen carefully. You do understand English, don't you?
But of course, madame.
Good. I wish to deposit some jewelry for safekeeping.
I understand.
Are you quite certain?
Oh, bien sûr, madame.
Over to you, my dear.
Thank you, Lady Piermont. I'll be taking that. Thanks very much. Okay. Right, let's go before he comes back. Oh, that was lucky. Okay, so we got 3 rooms here. What a nice hotel. No wonder it costs a bomb.
Room number 23.
Okay, so I don't think it's that one.
The sign on the door read 22. If the tailor's description was correct, this was the killer's room.
Alright. Ah, but that says 22. We've got the key to 21. So it's the room next door.
Maybe it wasn't the right room, but this was the right key.
Okay. We'll check this room out first, though. Just in case.
There was nothing in the wardrobe apart from a vague, lingering smell of camphor.
Camphor wood. Okay. Nothing over here. Let's check out this,
A cabinet stood beside the bed.
Yeah, let's have a look. Just to make sure there's nothing in there. Anything we need.
The cabinet was empty, but it smelt of onions. No kidding, it really did.
It's so random, George. Ah.
The window looked out over a narrow alley surrounded by high walls.
Ooh. I think I know where we're going. And I love this music. I think this is pretty much the Broken Sword theme.
If I wanted my shins sticking out of my shoulders, I could have jumped. Mama Stobbart didn't raise no suicidal fools, though.
Ah, but his window is open. We're in. We are in. Let's check his cabinet.
The assassin had been too smart to leave incriminating evidence beside his bed.
Fair enough. Okay, there's the briefcase. We're not going to go straight for that yet. Let's take a look in the wardrobe. Because you never know. Oh, the music's so intense. Oh.
There was nothing in the pockets of the pants.
Ah, damn
The
it.
pants were newly laundered and pressed with immaculate creases.
Okay. Right, we'll shut that then. Don't make things obvious.
It was the battered leather briefcase I'd seen Plantar carrying just before he died.
Moment of truth. What's in it?
I searched the interior of the briefcase,
Oh,
but as I'd half expected, it was empty.
brilliant. So we found nothing. There's nothing here.
The bed was several times larger than the narrow cot I'd been given at the place I was staying. The bed was freshly made, and the crisp white sheets told me nothing about the killer's habits.
I mean, there's not really much else in here, is there? So I guess we just leave. Oh shit.
I had the kind of feeling in my stomach that would usually send me running to the bathroom.
Bad timing, George. Bad timing. Oh dear. Yep. Oh my god. Oh, he's changing his pants. And he's gone again. Okay, well that was close. Luck was on your side again, Georgie boy.
The pants matched the jacket which the killer had lost in Paris.
Oh, what you got?
I couldn't believe my luck when I found two items in the pockets of the pants. The first was an ordinary matchbook. No matches, no clues.
Okay.
The second was a pass card which read, Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Merlin. There we go then. Let's just double check those again.
The matchbook bore a pattern of swirling color and the words, Club Alamut.
Club Alamut, okay.
It was the card I'd found in the hotel bedroom. It read, Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation.
So, by the sound of things, is Khan passing himself off as an electrician with the name Thomas Merlin, which seems to be the case. So to play it safe, we're going to go back out the window and back into the other room and then exit that way. Because, you know, we already made the dumb mistake of trying to go out the killer's door. Okay. We'll go out this way. Much better. We'll go this way instead. Okay. Let's head back downstairs. Alright, well, he seems to have gone. So, the clerk is back. Lady Piermont is here. But I think, guys, we're going to end that there. That's going to be the end of the episode right there. Bit of a cliffhanger, I guess. But there's still a little bit more to do in the Hotel Ubu. And hopefully we can get back to Nico and show her what we found. But until then, thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. Be safe, be healthy, all that good stuff. And I'll see you real soon for some more Broken Sword. Shadow of the Templars Reforged. I'll see you then. Bye-bye for now.